Good morning, children. I am Miss Sumita. This is the third chapter of chemistry, elements and compounds. Before this, I have sent you two videos of previous two chapters, that is chapter 1 and chapter 2. Hope that you have gone through those videos and the chapters are clear to you. This chapter, Elements and Compounds, will be divided into 3 or 4 parts. And according to that, the different videos for the chapters, Elements and Compounds will be sent to you. This is the first video of this chapter, that is lecture 1 of Elements and Compounds. Starting the chapter with the definition of matter. What is matter? Anything and everything around us that occupies space is matter. In that way, light, sound, heat are not matters as they don't occupy space. This light, sound and heat, they are a form of energy. Anything and everything that occupies space is known as matter. Now, classification of matter. Matter can be classified in the following categories that is given in a flow chart. Now, matter, we can get the matter in 3 different forms. What are the 3 different forms of matter? Solid, liquid and gas. Now, this matter is divided into 2 parts. One is living and another is non-living. Living side, keep it in one side. Now, non-living is divided again into 2 parts, pure substance and mixture. Now, pure substance is again divided into 2 parts, elements and compounds. Now, elements is again further divided into 4 parts, metal, non-metal, metalloids and inert gases. All these things are new to you. What is element? What is compound? What is metal, non-metal, metalloids, inert gases? Everything is new to you. Now, mixture is also divided into 2 parts, homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. So, you are having in your portion what is element and the different forms, different categories of element, that is metal, non-metals, metalloid, inert gases. Everything I will explain to you in the following slides. But before doing all these things, before starting that what is metal, non-metal, metalloids, inert gases, before starting all these things, I will explain about a new thing, that is what is atom. Because in the next slide you will come to know what is element. Now, element is a substance which an element is a substance that is made up of one kind of atom. Now here the word atom is coming. So before doing all other things, that is what is metal, non-metal, all these things, because before explaining all these things, I will first tell you about the atom, the concept of atom. What is an atom? What is a molecule? These things are very basic things in chemistry and you don't know about all these things. These are the new thing, new terms, new terminology that you are listening today. That what is an atom, what is a molecule, that concept in the following slides I will give you. And after finishing the explanation of atoms and molecules, I will again come back to element and the bifurcation of element, that is metals, non-metals, all these things I will explain to you. Now here, let me first see what are elements. First point is that an element is a substance made up of one kind of atom. Okay, I'm explaining what is an atom. First, let me explain what are elements. So the first point is saying an element is a substance made up of one kind of atom. Second is an element cannot be broken down by physical or chemical means. That means you cannot break an element. As on date, 118 elements are known in the world. This is important. Please learn that 118 elements. Most of these elements are found to be naturally occurring. That these elements we are getting in the nature, naturally occurring. But some are man-made also. Elements are found to exist in three states of matter. As I told you, solid, liquid and gas. Okay, now element is represented by a symbol. Now here in this lecture we will elaborate do a elaborate study of about the symbol. Okay, now you can see that the example I have given for the elements are hydrogen, oxygen, calcium, zinc, uranium. What are these things? You don't know about all these things. These things are known as element. Okay, and they are having a particular symbol. They are in chemistry, they are having a particular symbol. Hydrogen is represented by H. Symbol means their identity, how you can identify them. If you write H, capital H, then everyone will understand that you are talking about hydrogen in chemistry. Oxygen is represented by O. Calcium is represented by C, a capital C, small a. Zinc is represented by Zn, capital Z and small n. Uranium is represented by capital U. These all you have to learn. The symbols of the elements you have to learn. And in the following slides, we will do that. In the previous slide, we have seen that the element is a substance made up of one kind of atom. So, it is very important to know about atoms and molecules. What is an atom and what is a molecule? See the definition of atom. Atom is the basic unit of matter. It is the smallest particle of an element which may or may not exist on its own. It can exist independently on its own or it may not exist independently. It possesses all the properties of the element and cannot be subdivided into smaller parts without disturbing the properties of the elements. What does it mean? It means that it is having all the properties of the element from where it is taken, and it cannot be subdivided into smaller parts. You can divide it into smaller parts, but if you divide it into smaller parts, it will no more that smaller parts will not have the properties of the element from where it is taken. That means if you divide atom, then you will get something else. That particles will not have the property of the element from where you have taken it. I'm explaining it to you. Let me first read what is molecule and then I'll explain these two things together. Molecules, atoms of the same element or different elements. Molecules can form from same element. Molecules can be formed by the combination of the atoms of different elements. These atoms are combined to form a molecule. That means you can understand that molecule is made up of atoms. It can be from the same elements. The atoms of the same elements can combine to form molecule. Atoms of the different elements can combine to form molecules. I'm explaining that. A molecule is the smallest particle of a substance which is known as compound. Now, what actually I want to say? Atoms and molecules. Suppose I have taken a substance. This is an element. This is an element. Suppose the name of this element I am giving X. Okay, I want to break this one. So breaking it into two parts. As I am breaking it into two parts, I am getting two smaller parts of the same element because I am breaking this X element. So I am getting these two smaller parts, and this is also X element, this is also X element because I have taken it from this element only. I have taken this element from this element. Okay, it is coming from this element only. So these two elements, this element and this element, they are having all the properties of the element X. Now I am taking only one part. So now break this one again, this part. I am getting two smaller parts. Now I am dividing this part I am dividing into two different parts, and I am getting two smaller parts, but I'm getting these two parts from this X molecule, this X element. Okay, so these two are also having the same properties. So this is also X, this is also X, because I'm taking it from the same element. So that means in a way you can say that this element and this element, they are having the same property because it is coming from here only. Just I'm dividing it. Now I'm taking this one and just divide it into two parts. Okay, I'm getting two smaller parts. Now this is again these two smaller parts, again I am getting it from this part. So this is also having all the properties of X and X. Now again I am dividing this part into two. I am getting two very, very small parts. Suppose this one and this one. Now this also I am getting from this one. This two I am getting from this one. So naturally it is also having all the properties of X, and this is also having all the properties of X. Okay. Now I want to divide this one. If I want to divide this one, I may not divide it into two parts. Okay. Now if I am dividing it, maybe I am getting three different parts from here. Three different parts from this one. Now these three different parts, if we'll examine these three different parts which I'm getting from this atom. Now these three different parts will not have the property of the element X from where I'm getting this. So up to this much only I'm getting only this, up to this much I'm getting all the properties of the element, and that is the smallest part. After that, if I'm breaking, I'm getting three parts which is not possess all the properties of the element X. Are you getting my point, children? So what are these three things? These three things are the charged particle. They are the charged particles. They are not having the properties of the element from where I am getting it. That means it is not having, these three charged particles are not having the properties of element X. Have you understood? They are the charged particle. up to this much, this element is having, up to this much is having, possessing all the properties of the element X. So this is the smallest one. What I said, this is the smallest particles of an element. So this is known as atom. This is known as atom. This particle, this red particle is known as atom. Okay. This is known as atom, which possesses all the properties of the element from where we are getting this particle, this part, this element. But they are the smallest one, smallest particle, which possess all the properties of the element. Now this may exist independently. It can move alone sometimes, or sometimes it cannot move alone. If it can move alone, it is known as atom. If it cannot move alone, that means it has to combine with another atom, or it has to combine with two more atoms. And now these atoms combine together to form molecule. So this is a molecule. This is a molecule. This is the molecule. This is molecule. Molecule is also the smallest part, but it can be divided into two or more atoms. Molecules can be divided into two or more atoms, but atoms can divide. But atoms, if you divide atom, it will give you three fundamental particles. That is they are known as fundamental particles. They are known as fundamental particles also. They are known as fundamental particles. They are known as, they are the charged particles. What are these charge? I'm saying all these things. I'm explaining all these things. What are the charged particles? Then they will no more having the property, possess the property of the element when it is coming to atom. But atoms together, when it is coming to charged particle, atom is having all the properties of the element X, and the two or three atoms together form a molecule. Okay, when an element is having only one atom, it is known as monoatomic. When an element is having two atoms, then it is known as diatomic. When three atoms are there, they are known as triatomic. And if three atoms are combined together, it is known as a molecule, triatomic molecule. We will say this as triatomic molecule. Okay, now that means what? Molecule, atoms of same element or different elements combine to form a molecule. Again, in the next lecture, I will explain all these things, molecules, and how it is combining with the same element, with the different element, what is forming, that I will tell you in the next lecture, that is lecture 2 or lecture 3. Okay, here is only the basic things of atoms and molecules I have explained. I hope that you have understood a little bit of it. Atom is the smallest particle of an element which possesses all the properties of the element, which cannot be divided without disturbing the properties of the element. That means if you divide it, then the properties of the element will no more remain. It will form three charged particles. It will give you three charged particles. What are these charged particles? I am explaining in the following slides. Okay, what is happening? And these charged particles, atom is made. This is the fundamental particles which is present inside an atom. You can break an atom, but if you break the atom, you will get 3 fundamental particles. Am I clear to you? Symbol of some elements. Scientists around the world use a common set of symbols to represent all the elements, different elements. In some cases, the symbols of the elements is the first letter. It is the first letter of the name of the element. Okay, it is written in capital. All over the world, the people have accepted this symbol. Hydrogen is known with H, capital H. Fluorine with capital F. Iodine with capital I. Boron with capital B. Sulfur with capital S. And oxygen with capital O. These all are elements. Okay. Several elements begin with the same letter, for example, scandium and silicon. To identify any of these as a separate element, its symbol has the first letter of the name followed by the second letter from within the name. So, the scandium is having the symbol SC. And silicon is having the symbol Si, because both are having the letter, it is starting with the letter S. So the first letter S is written in capital and the second letter C and I is written in small letter. The first letter is always capital and the second letter is in lower case. See, magnesium, we have taken the symbol Mg. Manganese, Mn, because both are starting with M, so G and N is taken from here, from the name. Chlorine, it is Cl, because carbon is also having the formula C. Carbon is having the formula C. Calcium is having the formula Ca. Both are starting with C. So Cl and Ca. Beryllium, Be. Bromine, Br. Okay. Some elements, the symbols are derived from the Latin name. This is the Latin name. Children, you have to learn all these things. These are very, very important. See, this is potassium. The element is potassium. But its Latin name is kalium. Kalium. So its symbol is K, taken from kalium. Iron, ferrum. The symbol is Fe. F and E both. Sodium, natrum, its symbol is Na from here. Now, copper is cuprum, symbol is Cu. Gold, aurum, symbol is Au. Mercury, hydrogenum, its symbol is Ag. Silver, argentum, symbol is Ag. Lead, plumbum, symbol is Pb. This all you have to learn, the Latin name and the symbol both. These are important. These all are new things, noble gases. I will explain to you what are these noble gases. Now we are having 6 noble gases: helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon. Helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon. Symbol of helium is He, neon is Ne, argon is Ar, krypton is Kr, xenon is Xe and radon is Ra. So all these things you have to learn and these things are important to you. In the next slides or next class or somewhere I can tell you that in place of helium I can write He. You have to understand that Miss has written helium. Someone has written helium. Okay, if I'll write O, that means it is the symbol of oxygen. If I'll write Ca, it is the symbol of calcium. Okay, so you have to learn all these things. Now this is very important. Structure of an atom. As I told you that we are having three fundamental particles or charged particles. When we are breaking an atom, we are getting three fundamental particles. These fundamental particles are known as electrons, protons and neutrons. So atom is made up of three fundamental particles. When we are breaking atom, we are getting three particles. As I told you, they are the charged particles. They are also known as the fundamental particles. These particles are electron, protons and neutrons. Now positively charged, very, very important, positively charged nucleus. There is a nucleus. This is the nucleus. This is the nucleus. Okay. Now nucleus resides at the center of the atom. Nucleus reside at the center of the atom. Suppose this is the nucleus. This is the nucleus. This is nucleus. Let me write it. The nucleus resides at the center of the atom. And inside the nucleus, this nucleus comprises protons and neutrons. And they are held together. Protons are having positive charge. Electrons are having negative charge. And neutrons are having no charge. So inside the nucleus, see, protons and neutrons are present. That means the positive charge, you can see the positive charge, protons and neutrons with no charge, they are present in the nucleus. So nucleus comprises protons and neutrons. And the negatively charged electrons revolved around it. See, these are known as shell. These are known as shell or orbit. The electrons, that is the negatively charged particles, they are moving in just around the nucleus in shell. Okay, S-H-E-L-L, shell or orbit. Most of the mass of an atom is considered in the nucleus, as electrons have negligible mass. Electrons are having negligible mass, no mass. So the mass of the atom is concentrated in the nucleus because they are having the positive charge. As I told you, this is an atom. Now atom comprises of nucleus. Now nucleus is the center of atom. It is the home of proton and neutron and has a positive charge because of the presence of the proton. Because nucleus is containing proton plus neutron and neutron is having no charge. Neutron is having no charge. Proton is having positive charge. So nucleus is having positive charge. Now what is proton? It is denoted by P. Now it has a mass of 1. The proton has positive charge. Proton determines the atomic number. Now after this it will come the atomic number. Proton that determines the atomic number. How many number of protons are there? That is known as the atomic number of an atom. Found inside the nucleus. Proton found inside the nucleus. Now what is electron? Electron is denoted by E. Now electron has a negative charge and found outside the nucleus revolving in an orbit or shell. Neutrons, another part of atom is neutron, which is denoted by N. It has no charge, that is 0 charge. It has a mass of 1 and electron is having negligible mass. That I told you, electrons are having negligible mass. Now neutron having mass 1 and it is found inside the nucleus. This is the electronic structure of an atom. See, this is the nucleus. This is the nucleus, as I told you. It is containing proton and neutron. neutron. This is known as nucleus. Now these are the orbit. Like this, the orbits are moving. Now in the orbit, the electrons are moving. They are also known as energy level. Now how proton, neutron and electron are related? Number of protons is equals to number of electrons in an atom. How many number of protons are there? Number of electrons are also there, that many. That means how many numbers of positive charges are there? The same number of negative charges are there. Okay, number of protons is equal to atomic number. So what is very important? What is atomic number? Atomic number is the number of proton. And what is mass number? This is also very important. Mass number is the number of proton plus number of neutron. Number of neutron is equals to mass number minus atomic number. Okay, so this is very important. Atomic number is equals to number of proton and mass number is known as number of proton plus number of neutron. Now again in this slide, what is atomic number and atomic mass? Atomic mass or mass number is same. Okay, now what is atomic number? The number of proton in an atom is known as the atomic number. Very, 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 very important. The number of proton, that means how many positive charges are there, is known as atomic number. What is atomic mass? Atomic mass is the number of protons and neutrons in an atom. The number of particles in the nucleus. That also you can say, because inside the nucleus only the neutrons and protons are present. So number of protons plus number of neutrons is known as atomic mass or mass number. And that is mass is equals to weight. So atomic mass is the weight of an atom, whose unit is given as AMU. AMU means atomic mass unit. Now in an atom, number of proton is equals to number of electron. Okay, so number of positive charge is equals to number of negative charge. So they are positive charge cancel the negative charge. Suppose I am having plus 5 positive charge, so I am having minus 5 negative charge. They cancel each other. So atom is neutral, electrically neutral. It is said that atom is electrically neutral. Though these are having charges, positive and negative charge they are having, but atom is having no charge. Because protons and neutrons, they are equal and opposite in number, so they cancel each other. How to calculate the number of neutrons? How to calculate the number of neutrons? The atomic mass or the mass number minus atomic number. Atomic mass means it is having proton plus neutron, and atomic number is having only new proton. So if you will subtract these two, then proton and proton gets cancelled, only neutron will remain. That is number of neutron. See how many neutron does helium have, whose atomic number is 2 and atomic mass is 4. So atomic mass is having what? Atomic mass is having proton plus neutron, and atomic number is having only proton. So 4 minus 2 is 2, which is the number of neutron. Am I clear? How many neutrons does lithium have? Atomic number of lithium is 3 and atomic mass of lithium is 7. So 7 minus 3, it is 4 neutron. I hope that you have understood the structure of atom, the 3 fundamental particles of an atom, and how they are placed in an atom, about the atomic number and mass number. All these things are clear to you now. The symbol and the atomic number and the mass number of the first 20 elements as per the atomic number is given in this table, in this slide. Now this you have to learn. 4 things are given here: the elements, their symbol, with atomic number and atomic mass. Now atomic number serially 1 to 20. The element which is having atomic number 1 to 20 are given in this table that you have to learn along with their symbol and the atomic mass. Atomic mass is not given in your book, but I have given this extra and you have to learn it. See, atomic mass, I'm just showing you here. Atomic number is given in the third column. In the third column. Now, in the third column, atomic number is given and the first column element is given. See that when atomic number is 1, the element is hydrogen. Atomic number is 2, the element is helium. Just see third column and the first column. 3 atomic number 3, the element is lithium. Atomic number is 4, element is beryllium. Atomic number 5, element is boron. Atomic number 6, element is carbon. 7, it's nitrogen. 8, it's oxygen. 9, it's fluorine. And 10, it's neon. 11, here come this side. 11 is the atomic number and element is sodium. 12 atomic number, element is magnesium. 13 atomic number, element is aluminium. 14 atomic number, element is silicon. 15 is phosphorus. 16 is sulfur. 17 is chlorine. 18 is argon. 19 is potassium. 20 is calcium. Now children, these elements with atomic number and the symbol you have to learn, and for that you have to write it in your notebook. So I am giving you a homework that you have to write this table 10 times in your notebook, and when the school reopens I will ask for that notebook from you. So you have to learn it, and without writing you cannot learn it. Now come to atomic mass, that is the fourth column. Here also and here also. How to remember this fourth column, atomic mass? Children very well can learn this element, symbol and atomic number. But the children are facing problem in learning atomic mass. Here I am giving you a trick how to remember that. Okay, now see the elements with having atomic number even atomic number. For calculating the mass number, just double the even number. If it is an even number, just double it for calculating the mass number. And if the atomic number is odd one, then just double it and then plus 1. Okay, I'm just writing it here. If the element is having even atomic number, then just double it. Double it for getting the mass number. This is the atomic number and this is mass number. If it is an even number, then just double it, and if it is an odd number, then double it. Double it and then plus 1. Okay, so I'm just showing you, 2-3 examples I'm taking. See, hydrogen is, leave hydrogen. Hydrogen is something different. It's having atomic number 1. Its atomic mass is also 1. See this one. So leave this one. This you have to learn. 1 and 1. Okay. Now come from the atomic number 2. Helium. Helium is having atomic number 2. See this one, atomic number 2. And its mass number, it is an odd even number, just double it. It's an even number, just double it. 4. Double of 2 is 4. Now let us take fluorine. Now fluorine is having atomic number 9. It's an odd one, odd number. So just double it. Double of 9 is 18. Then plus 1. 18 plus 1, 19. Now neon, its atomic number is 10. It is an even number. So just double it. It's 20. Okay. See that sodium, it's having atomic number 11. That means it is an odd number. Double it. That is 22. Then plus 1. So 23. Okay. Now you can understand that you can learn it very easily. There are only 3 exceptions in this table. I'm telling you about the exception. Now see that beryllium is having, I'm just marking it with red, 4. Now beryllium is 4. It's an even number. So it should be only double, but it is having the atomic mass 9. So you have to learn it, children. No other alternative. Come to nitrogen. This is another exception. It's 7. Odd number. So it should be double plus 1. But you see, it is only double, 14. This is another exception. Come to argon. Now see, its atomic number is 18. So it's an even number. So just double it. That is 36. But its atomic mass is 40. Now see that chlorine I have written 35 and 35.5. So chlorine, it is 17. The 17 is odd one. So it is just double plus 1. That it should be 34 plus 1. So it should be 35. But actually the atomic mass of chlorine is 35.5. So now in this class, if you will write 35, that also will get the marks, and 35.5, that also we will give you the marks. But actually it is 35.5. So that is why I have written both. So the exception here are 3. This one is one exception. This is another exception. And this is another exception. Now it is very easy to learn. So you have to learn. Write down atomic number 1, 2, 3, 4 like that till 20. And then write down the elements and then write down the symbol. And according to the atomic number, you can write the atomic mass. Odd one, just double plus 1. And even one, just double. And there are only 3 exceptions. Okay. With this, I am ending this lecture here. Now, after this, I'll send you lecture 2, which will be that lecture 2 will have the different categories of different forms of element, different categories of element, that is metals, non-metals, metalloids, inert gases or noble gases. What are these things? If that things I will explain in the next lesson. Okay.